So here we are, day three of the video challenge that I'm in. I'm making videos for 21 days. And as I was thinking about what type of video I want to make today, what came through me was we don't really know how we truly feel if we're so focused on how we should feel. And what does that mean? It means that when we deny our feelings, when we say I shouldn't be feeling that way, we're actually missing out on the greatest wisdom that lives in you and me. So many times we go out there looking for the answer. So many times we want someone to give us the answer. We'll check in with them. We'll say, hey, what do you think? And I always bring it back to the person. And sometimes people don't like that. But who am I? I don't know what's best for you. Only you do. And the only reason why we don't think we know what's best for us is because probably when we were little, we were told that we were wrong for how we were feeling, or something, didn't work out that we tried and we quote failed, which I don't believe in failure because everything's a great learning opportunity. But if we were criticized or teased or even punished for doing something, we're not going to do that again. Most often when we're little, we have experiences and we attach those experiences to who we are. It's like if we did something wrong, we think we were wrong. If we did something bad, we think we are bad. And as we grow up, we still feel the same way. And that's why we try to control our feelings, because if we feel bad, we think we are bad, but that's not true. Every feeling is a beautiful experience. Nothing changes the truth about you. Nothing changes the truth about me. We are divinity in a body. And the universe knows that we came here to learn and grow. It's not working against us, it's working with us. And when we get that idea on board with our conscious thinking mind, but not just our conscious thinking mind, that we feel it in our bodies, in our hearts, and our souls, that we remember the truth, that we are loved and lovable all the way through, that we remember the truth that we're here in this life experience for expansion, to learn more about ourselves. And we can't learn about ourselves as long as we're denying our feelings. We can't learn about ourselves if we're trying to control our thoughts in a direction where we think we'll be more happier. We're not going to be happier until we can love and embrace and accept ourselves unconditionally. As long as we're denying a part of ourselves, we're going to be fragmented inside. We're going to be like, oh, I shouldn't. That's what causes a lot of, not only stress, but a lot of stuckness. A lot of people deal with procrastination. A lot of people deal with, things that they want to do, but they don't do. And, because that's a part of them saying, hey, brakes on over here. You can try to move forward, but I'm going to keep these brakes on until you pay attention to me, until you understand me, until you love me. Because that part of us, never grew up. And that's why for a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people have a challenge, and I did too, had a challenging time moving forward and for growing their business or getting in a relationship or whatever. It's because all this energy we're still carrying from the past, and if we don't look at it, avoiding it doesn't make it go away. It stays in our bodies, and sometimes because it stays there for so long, it manifests as depression, as anxiety, as addictions, as ailments, as illness, as things like that. Our bodies are always speaking. If we don't listen, they get louder and louder and louder. And to deny our feelings just to be loved and accepted by others. And what I mean by that is, for me, I always knew inside that I was gay, and my family, my dad in particular, I used to hear gay bashing all the time, and he would say bad things about gay men, and so it was hard for me to actually own that aspect of myself. So I pushed that down. And that aspect of myself, it created havoc in relationships with boys. And of course, I had other issues in relationships, but that one thing was really strong. And I always knew inside, but I was scared to act on that. And until I did, I never really felt at peace. Now I'm just like, here I am. I'm a gay woman. I love it. I love me. I love you. I love everything. It's just like, it's the freedom when we start to love those parts of us that we denied and pushed aside, when we start to bring the dark into the light, when we start to see our shadow side, because our shadow side isn't just quote, the negativity, which a lot of people believe that's where our talents and abilities get hidden. For me, like, my passion is writing, but I was criticized as a little kid. I was criticized in school. I actually got really bad grades in school. The only reason why I graduated high school was because most of my high school was in rehab. And in rehab, we just made art projects and things like that. So I got like all A's on my report card or whatever. But I'm not like flunking this, but I'm not a smart person as far as like schooling goes. I'm very wise because of my life experience and what it's taught me, and I'm grateful for that. Ask me any history question, I'll be like, science question, things like that. Anything like that. A lot of people ask me how I write so well, where did I learn that? And I didn't, I got C's and D's in English, so I don't know, although I do know because it's coming from within. It's coming from this place within me that was pushed down long ago, and through my healing, it gradually came up. And this is the beauty about all of us. A lot of us have those suppressed parts of us, and wow, look at, we look at other people like, wow, look at them, they're shining so bright, but that's not for me. We don't say that consciously, but inside the brakes are on because maybe we were criticized when we were younger, maybe whatever happened when we were younger, that energy is blocking us from moving forward, and we need to go into that energy to see what in us needs some compassion, some love, and some new understanding. It's not about pushing through. It's not about ignoring or denying or avoiding. It's about going into the energy. It's about acknowledging, embracing, loving, and healing. That's where we become integrated. That's where we become whole. That's where we align with our heart and soul. And that's where we find the truth about us. So many times we look at what other people are doing and having and being, and we think if we have that, we'll be happy, but that's not true always. I shouldn't say that wouldn't be always true, but that may not be true for you, because that may not be where you're aligned at yet. You can get to that. But the thing is to get aligned within yourself first. And maybe when you're aligned within yourself, those things won't matter to you. You'll find out what really matters to you, and then you'll follow your passion and your truth as you move through Earth School. This whole I'm gonna say idea like you see ads on Facebook, whatever, make $100,000 in your coaching business, grow your business, make all this money. And, the thing is like, if we're chasing the money, we're not really thinking about what is really important to us. Of course, that's going to be a bonus. Of course, that's going to happen. That's going to happen when you're living your passion, because the universe wants to support you in every way. But sometimes right now on your journey, that's not necessary. Sometimes right now on your journey, you need to learn how to take care of you. I need to learn how to take care of me. And that was a lesson for me too. When I was growing my business, a part of me over here was like, no, I want to have fun. I don't want to grow my business because I've worked my whole life. You've never given me an opportunity to play and have fun. And I don't want to sit there and do for everybody else right now. I want to be here for me, and that part of me got louder and louder and louder. In fact, I was in a car accident. There's so many things that happened until I started listening to it, and embracing it, and loving it, and holding it. And right now I'm so happy with everything in my life. A lot of people say, oh, you don't have a relationship, your business isn't up to $1 billion or whatever, and that's okay. It's because none of that out there, like, I've gotten so many things in my life, and it's never gotten me happy. What's gotten me happy, joy, is actually being me, and getting to know me, and allowing myself to express authentically, allowing myself to be vulnerable. And, a lot of people hold back, and they wonder why they're not happy, and they're chasing after these things to try to get happy. And happy isn't out there. Happy is here. Happy is in the heart. Happy is in the soul. Happiness is when we're singing and dancing the tune of our authenticity. And, it's like, it's working through that. It's working through the fear. It's seeing our shadows. It's seeing where we project onto others, and coming back and saying, hey, where are they triggering me that I need to see? A lot of times we run away from negativity, and that negativity sometimes is speaking to us because it's a part of us that we're denying, that needs some love and attention from us, because we don't see the world as it is. We see the world as we are. And the more we try to run away from, or protect ourselves from our wounds and scars and things that are going on internally, we'll never really truly be free. And that's really the journey. The journey isn't about necessarily manifesting things. The third journey is about finding out who we be internally and loving and accepting ourselves unconditionally. At least that's my perception. Anyways, if this is something that you want for you too, I am here to support you. I've been there. I'm still learning and growing. I'm no better than you. I'm exactly where I need to be. You're exactly where you need to be. And reach out support if you want and need. I know you can do this if you choose. I believe in you and I love you.